Good morning, welcome to Vlogmas day 3 and it's Tuesday. It's the best day of the week. I am cozied up, I'm in my pyjamas. I bought bright red pyjamas purely for December, although I probably will wear them constantly basically because the days that I spend at home I'm like why would I be sitting there in jeans? No. So yeah, I'm a cozy gal. I'm also quite chilly after my run and my shower, and I've just boiled the kettle for my hot water bottle, so I'm letting it cool down a little bit before we fill up the hot water bottle and probably make a cup of tea. So I'm a little bit chilly, hence my fluffy dressing gown. But hello and welcome. Oh, what a morning. I treated myself to an early, well, it wasn't early morning. I treated myself to a morning run after the school run and oh, it was glorious. It was just like the perfect running weather this morning. Cold, but not freezing. Bright, but not super sunny, so you can't see. It was a little muddy at times, but overall, fine. I did what I like to call my APT interval run, where basically I run gently for like 2 or 3 songs and then I put APT by Rose and Bruno Mars on and run to the rhythm of it, which is just like a bit faster than my natural pace. And then I'll listen to 2 or 3 other songs and then I'll listen to APT again and run to the beat, and I'll do that about 3 times. Yes, that is my December hyperfocus song, it would appear. But yeah, it's excellent. It's just such a good song and it's a perfect pace for me to push myself a bit, but I can maintain it over like the 3 minutes. As some of you may or may not know, I attempted to train for a half marathon this year, but I didn't manage to get to the half marathon distance because of injury, overtraining, illness, lots of different things, but I have not given up on my running dreams. I'm in a different phase now. Over the winter, it's about short and fast. Like summer was long and slow and it was fantastic. I loved it, but I'm ready for a bit of a change. And as it's colder and muddier, I don't want to be out there for hours at a time. So 2 times a week if I can, sometimes 1, sometimes 3. There's no thing to it, it's just as and when I feel like it really. I will do a short fast run, so about 4k, and I'm not going to tell you how fast I run because it doesn't matter. We don't need to compare to what other people do, how fast they run, doesn't matter. But I am trying to improve my speed ready for next year's half marathon season because I am going to attempt it again. But I had to run so slowly last year if I was going to get anywhere near, or this year, if I was going to get anywhere near the distance. So yeah, I'm just working on fitness and so I always forget this word, stamina and speed a little bit over the winter, and it just makes me feel so good. Hence why we have also gone for a slick back today. I haven't washed my hair because I've got the gym tomorrow morning and I'm going to wash my hair then. So I've obviously had a shower, but we've just slicked the hair back today. It's nice for it to just not be like a thing for a day. Like curly hair journey's been great recently, and I'll go into that another time, but sometimes it's just nice to not have to think about my hair and put it back in a nice bun. So I have got my advents here. It's just 2 to open today, and it's my Fibre Fox and my Hans Christian Andersen. So if you have them, make sure you've opened yours before you watch the next bit. And those are like that's my little like runner's treat for when I got back. I nearly opened them this morning when the kids were doing theirs, but I was like, nah, wait till after you run and it will be even more glorious. So shall we do that now? Right, I'm going to start with Hans Christian Andersen. Oh, I haven't bought the thing. Just meet me at the So number 3, the Nightingale. How lovely. No idea what this is going to look like. I don't know what colour a nightingale is. Ooh, very nice. We have a beautiful golden, orangey, browny situation that I think would pair really nicely with the Ugly Duckling. Wouldn't that be so nice? You could do like a little stripy sock or something. So gorgeous. I can't remember, by the way, which base I've got, but I've got it in an email. It's one of the sock bases, I'm pretty sure fingering weight, because then you can use it for socks, you can use it for scrappy things, but you can also double it up and make a DK. So I just can't remember what exact base, but I'll find out for you next time I'm at my computer. Whew, let's wrap that back up. And then I also remembered, I did this last year, but there's usually like a card. Oh, maybe not. Last year with the Fibre Fox, there was a card with the names of the yarns on, but that isn't the case this year, or I didn't get one. Or I've thrown it out in the packaging, that's also possible. But I'm pretty sure Fibre Fox shares them on Instagram every day, so I'm expecting something pink and speckly, of course. But I brought the whole thing with me so we can compare them to the ones before. Ooh, yeah, right, so let's get number 2 out. So this is number 2 and this is number 3. So it's definitely getting pinker, but just so gently and subtly. Oh, so beautiful. I didn't get around to casting on the shawl last night. I ended up editing last night. I wasn't planning on it, but I just felt like it. Mr. Penrose was watching a documentary about aliens, and it just wasn't really my cup of tea. And I was like, okay, well, do you mind if I do a bit of editing? He's like, no, I don't mind at all. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do some editing. I thought I'd just do like a little bit, but I ended up editing the whole thing. Still managed a 40-minute video. I just can't do small videos. I know a lot of people do vlogmases that are like 10 minutes long at least and get them out every single day, but that's just not who I am. I just love a longer video, and I'd rather do less and do longer. But yeah, I know I don't have to justify myself to anyone. But I edited last night. I haven't uploaded it. No, I have uploaded it, but I haven't hit live yet because I need to do my Q&A form to attach to it. So please enter a question for me to answer at some point during Vlogmas. And then I need to draw the winners for the To Me From Me mail, because I forgot to do it yesterday and I didn't remember till like right in the evening, and I was like, I'm not doing it now because it's a job. I've got to go through and count all the entries in the hashtag, and then I've got to do the generated winner and let them know and everything. So that's a bit of a job, so I'm going to do that now. That's my first job today. And then, why is it that you love Tuesdays so much, Laura? Well, it's because Tuesdays is after school club day. So the kids are there until about 5 o'clock. So I'm not like all happy because I get an hour and 3/4 less with my kids, but I mean, some days I'm happy about that. But I always find I can just, having that extra bit of time at the end of the day, having like a full day, 9 to 5, not 9 till like 2:45. I mean, let's be honest, 9:30 till 2:45. It just makes me feel like I can do so much more, and it's often one of my most productive days. I will always exercise on a Tuesday because I've got that bit extra, whether it's a run, a walk, or the gym, and it just feels like my me day. Sometimes I'll get loads of work done, I'll really knuckle down and just focus in on it, and sometimes I'll do like more fun things. Maybe I'll get my nails done, or I'll go and see a friend. But Tuesdays are like, they're just my day. They're my favourite. They always make me feel good. And today, as of now, I am not leaving the house until 4:45. Hence pyjamas and snuggly. So I've got some work things to do. But the main thing that I'm going to do today is we are going to transform the kids' rooms into Christmas land. I would like to, over this week, do the little bits of Christmas decorating that aren't the main tree, which we're getting on Saturday. But there's decluttering that needs to happen first. I can't just put the nice things on top of the mess. So, and that is like a big old job, and I don't really want to do that all in one day because that will get boring. But like the kitchen, the windowsill is full of stuff. The kids' rooms, Penny's room particularly, needs such a big sort out because she's got a lot of toys which she plays with, but they've gotten really, really messy, so they need a big sort out, and I can't do that when she's there because she won't let me throw anything away or donate anything. So I need to go and do that in her room, and then I'm going to put their Christmas sheets on. I'm going to put some Christmas decorations in their room, hopefully some fairy lights. I got Christmas cushions last year, just a few little bits to get their rooms feeling super festive, and that's the goal for today. And then also some knitting time would be lovely. I could do with doing some work on my submission, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that today or not, because I think tomorrow is going to be a work day. I've got a plan for tomorrow's video, and I'm probably gonna, I think I'm gonna do my evening routine / what I've read this year, because Mr. Penrose is away tomorrow night, and I thought it would be nice to kind of like just do like an evening video from like 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna romanticize my evening and make it all fun and lovely and just have a joyous time and bring you along for that whole thing, like right up until bedtime. And then I'll probably go into the next day, but that means that I'm not going to be filming like in the day tomorrow, and I can just focus in on work and really get going on that pattern, because I can't film myself working on that pattern anyway. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm excited for it. But today is going to be another full day with Laura Penrose as she brings Winter Wonderland to the household. So with that, I'm going to drink my smoothie, I'm going to do my admin, and then I'm going to go and do Miss Penelope's room, because it's the biggest job. Jeff's isn't that bad. I just need to tidy up his desk because he just has a lot less stuff. And he's also generally tidier than P is. So I'll do Penny's first and get the worst out of the way. Oh, I'm excited for them to come home and see it. And because I'll be picking them up from after school club at like 5 o'clock, it'll be dark. And more often than not, I'll drive to pick them up, because our normal shortcut into school is like closed. You have to go to the main gate, which is a much further way round, and I'll pick them up in the car because they're knackered by that point. But tonight we're going to walk home and we're going to see Christmas lights on the walk home, because I noticed there are quite a few that have already gone up, especially on the road near school. So yeah, so we're going to do a little Christmas light walk, and the trees have gone up in the church and the lights are on, so we're going to detour and go through the church and just have a Christmassy old end of the day, and then they'll get home and they'll see the surprise of their Christmas rooms. Okay, this is what we're dealing with. Oh, I think it looks worse than it is. When it's all organised, it's fine. But there's also stuff under the bed, and then there's this, and then there's this, and there's also her wardrobe. I really need to do a clothes sort out, and there's a load of stuff in that corner as well. There's just so many nooks and crannies in here. It's ridiculous, but I've just got to do it. I've just got to do it. If it needs to be done, then do it. I'm going to do the fun thing first and change the bedding.
Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't quite believe it. One, it feels massive in here now, but I've managed to sort everything out. Oh my goodness, I'm already shattered. I should have started with my son's room, because that would have been the easier job, and it would have put me in the mood to then tackle this one. But now I'm like, I'm just done, and now I just want to sit down for the rest of the day. But my goodness, I'm so glad I did this. Like, it was the big, one of the biggest pre-Christmas jobs. There are other big jobs, namely finishing decorating the hall. You know what I was doing in the October vlogs? Yeah, I haven't done any of it since. And so I still need to do like another coat of paint and put the hooks up and all that stuff. So that's probably the big pre-Christmas job. But this is one of the huge ones. I managed to get rid of a big old bag of stuff. And I've also removed some of the more babyish toys, which I'm not going to throw away because they're like wooden bricks and stuff. Really nice stuff that I'm just going to squirrel away in the attic for when little kiddies come round, like babies or toddlers or grandchildren one day. But yeah, that freed up some space in her shelving units, and I was able to put everything all back in the right baskets. The main thing I'm proudest of is her little kitchen. This was her Christmas present last year. She never plays with it. She hardly ever plays with it, and it takes up some pretty major real estate in her room. She would also really like a desk, so I think I might see how she gets on and swap that out for a desk eventually. But for now, I've cleaned it all down, reorganised it, and before, all of her foodie toys were all in a basket on the shelf that she couldn't pull out herself, so no wonder she didn't play with it. But now, separated everything out. Inside the kitchen is all like the food and the utensils, and I've put her like mixer there, and it's just all there ready for her to play with. So hopefully she will play with that a little bit more. And she has got a lot of soft toys, and I find it really, really hard to edit them, because I just know that one day she'll go, oh, where's this specific toy? Like, she knows them all. She remembers them all, and suddenly one day this one random toy will become her favourite, and I can't bring myself to be like, we don't have that anymore. We've still got room for them as it is, but we'll see. I guess that's a decision that she will have to make when she's a bit older. But I'm absolutely ravenous. It took me 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm starving. I went to the loo and my stomach growled, like it fully growled. So I'm going to make myself a wrap, although I'm a little bit scared that if I stop, I won't continue. And it would be very unfair, I think, for Penny to come back to a beautifully tidy room with Christmas bedding, and for Jeff not to. It's not feeling like the winter wonderland I was expecting. I put new batteries in Penny's fairy lights, which will be nice, and she's got a little crochet Christmas tree that I'm going to put on her bedside table. But other than that, it doesn't feel very festive. And I think unless I put a blooming Christmas tree in, I could put a Christmas tree in here. I could put a pink Christmas tree in here. But then if I put a pink Christmas tree in here, then Jeff's going to want a Christmas tree as well. Oh, no, I think that is a step too far, and just more stuff that I would need to buy and we would need to store. So no, Laura, don't be ridiculous. Unless I put like the mini real Christmas tree in here. They could each have a miniature real Christmas tree, and then we can plant them in the garden. I'm getting too extra now, I think. So yeah, let's make some lunch. I just want to lie down on this bed and fall asleep, if I'm honest. Today's tea is Lebkuchen. I don't need Google Translate to tell me what that means. And for anybody wondering, my Vlogmas 2024 mug is from Emma Bridgewater, and my other one I got last year. So they do a different Christmas print every year, and this is this year's, the baubles, and last year was fairy lights. I'm just gutted I don't have one for 2021 and 2022. Ended up in Jeff's room just putting these paper stars up on his like art wall, and I've just got this one little mini string of lights, but I think I'll get another one of those to go across the top, because I think that'll look really sweet, especially when it's dark. I'm so happy. His bed looks so cozy and festive, and it literally took me maybe half an hour to sort this room out. This, I mean, could be addressed, but it's not urgent, but the desk is no longer a state, and you can actually see the floor. And then in Penny's room, I made her this little wonderland. Her radiator isn't on, by the way. This room gets and stays really warm, so we don't have that radiator on. My mum crocheted these trees for me a couple of years ago, and I thought they were just perfect. I'd love to get another little creature to go in there, maybe. And P already has fairy lights, but they had no batteries in, so I've swapped. Put batteries back in there. So yeah, comfy and cozy. The sheets were from TK Maxx a couple of years ago, and they're that really soft, like silky kind of fabric. And P's is just a little girl's Christmas dream. And Jeff's is a really cute Christmassy Santa, Christmas trees, etc. And I got their car cushions from H&M and the cushion covers from H&M as well last year, but I think they've got these back again this year, if you wanted some. If it needs to be done, do it. I don't want to do it, but I should do it. Don't look in my cupboard of shame. No one saw anything. Just moving things from one pile to another pile. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. Appetite. Is APT just a rip-off of That's Not My Name by the Ting Tings? 4-letter word just to get me along. It's that one. Kissy face. They're the same song. Someone on TikTok will mash those two together and prove me right. I think APT is better though. Controversial. It's also a bit like Shake It Off, like that. They're all just the same songs really in the end. That's all pop is, just the same recycled stuff. But that's what's great. I'm overwhelmed and a bit chilly, which can only mean one thing. Got it from Etsy. It's kombucha. I wish it was wine. Wowza, I have achieved so much more today than I thought I would. Did I knit a single stitch? No. Are the kids' rooms beautifully tidy and feeling a little festive? Yes. Is my bedroom tidy? Yes. Did I fold the washing? Yes. Is the kitchen tidy? Yes. So when I come home from the school run, I'll get to actually cook dinner and everything I need will be clean and ready to go and it will just be wonderful. That's my school run alarm. Well, it's my school run alarm with built-in snooze time. So, oh my goodness. My body is absolutely exhausted. I forgot to put my Apple Watch back on after my run this morning, like after my shower. So I have no idea how many steps I've done or how much energy I've used, but I feel like I've used all the energy I have. I am so looking forward to sitting down tonight. It's going to be so worth it. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but I drew the winners for the To Me From Me Mal, and honestly it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I was shocked at how many people entered it. In the whip category there was over 300 and I think it was like 340 entries, which blew my mind, and the finished objects was like nearly 200 and there was nearly 100 on Patreon. And just, yeah, it made me really, really happy that that went down well, because I was really nervous about running a mile, and I don't really know why, because it's not exactly difficult. It's just the admin, I guess, but it was really fun to see people working on their projects. I did manage to finish one thing, a pair of mittens that are too big for me, but I made good progress on my souffle, and I am still hoping that it will be finished by Christmas Day. Just had to change my battery, which is a sign that I've done enough filming today. I'm gonna close this one off here because I'm pooped, quite honestly. I am going to spend the evening with Mr. Penrose. He is going away tomorrow for 2 nights on a work trip. So I'm going to enjoy my evening with him, and I'm going to do some knitting. I really feel like I'm going to cast on that shawl tonight. I really want to, at the very least, wind up the yarn. Because tomorrow is going to be full work day. I'll be editing in the morning and then working on my submission for the rest of the day, basically. But I am going to film again tomorrow, but like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna do an evening vlog because Mr. Penrose will be away and I'll be all on my own, and I'm gonna totally romanticize it and light candles and have a bath and just spend a lovely evening with you. Is that too intimate? Probably. I'm also going to go through what I have read this year and what I've enjoyed. I'm not a huge reader. I don't read a lot. I mean, I don't even read, I listen. But there's been a couple of things this year that I've really, really enjoyed. So I thought I would share those with you tomorrow as well. So thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it motivating. If you have got to sort out that giant pile of toys, then at your next available opportunity, do it. If you are putting off folding the washing, if it's about time you emptied the dishwasher, go ahead and do it. I believe in you. You'll feel so much better for it afterwards. But I'm going to leave you to it, and I'm going to pick up those kiddies and we're going to walk home past all the Christmas lights. So what a fun outro that will be. And I'm going to spend my evening with my man, and I will see you tomorrow night. Oh, feels like we're going on a date. I feel like I'm like, you know, waiting to spend an evening with my besties, which I think is going to be so fun. Maybe I will have an actual wine tomorrow night. I'll probably just have a hot chocolate if I'm honest. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me again, guys. Don't forget to leave a question in the Q&A that will be linked below. And if you have any questions for me or comments in the meantime, pop them below. I'm able to keep up with them at the moment, which is nice. That's one of my favourite things to do when I sit down, just have a little flick through and read all your comments. So thank you ever so much for everyone who has left one. I'm going to stop rambling. I'm very tired and overstimulated, and I want to go and get my babies. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.
The Christmas lights fill the city. There are people